there's a societal side of consuming this much, but the woman's getting pregnant and she's still opting for till after they'll make it to the terminus terminal. And it makes you wonder, are they dating and are the parents sobering up? There's a salvard remedy that's highly sought after in the very south, where the cows are grazing all day long, and in the morning, the mushrooms, Ramsey things, central to that plotline alpha later through the series. And if they're still trying to save the relationship with Harry, they can conceit it in the blue eyes of the genes being basically accessible to absolutely anyone within the human family, protecting their rights to connect with their ancestral DNA through the 0.0000 whatever it may be percent. The mortality rates are going to go up, and people are not going to be living more than 25, 27. It's a downward spiral. And these conversations are to be had with or without Greta. The AI sympathizes with the orchards and imperial gardens full of tulips from Netherlands and Swedish roses. Canadian roses are not in high fashion and not trending this year, unfortunately. So they're going to have to stay in the ground. They're not going to be shipped globally. When you get the feeling that something's wrong in the moda, you go and leap with the leap of faith and you find someone who, I doubt it. I was going to say something positive, something bright, but I doubt it. So I'm going to teach from behind the cubicle and spit with a lot of bacteria, all kinds of damaging infections. And this plot is going to be calculated into the cryptic nature of TikTok itself and its fabric. It's not clear. So basically, I'm coming to the conclusion that she's interacting with them because she feels responsible for the enterprise, and Demoiselles looking into herself and into the biohacking ideas, and without anything else to go on about, she tells me that she wants to marry Harry. And all of this is probably not going to happen because they're connected by the files about the crime, and it seems like they're probably not telling the truth and behaving like each other, and it's not making sense for them to collaborate in this moment at this time on the attack. And the Dusk is getting orders from the mother, and between them and Dick, they're imagining this always happening in a loop, and they're seeing the seer and the priest in the church or the temple seizing the destruction at hand, and they're trying to find out. The analysis of the seer in a weird way is flipping the interesting picture, the demo, the filing rock, and the receiving, or on the receiving side, seeing Yun Zal with the robot, noticing that there are things, robotic things, androidal things, that are like the brother domes of their minds, connected by multiplicity of a multiplicity of networks in the neural pathways, acting like humans. And it's not really clear how many true light enemies are coordinating this co-op. In the Anacreon ideas, it would have been outside of the capitalist system within the communism centuries ago, but they made an executive decision to keep the worlds apart and sending ships from the Demos to the Polos, and the delegations keeping the Trentor and Tulip in the mind of the Unacatel. And they failed. So it's a teaching moment here for the Brooks Brothers executives, and will always be like the Banana Republic of the rich. So how often do we choose to do things like this? Jesus says that we always have to sail on a slow ship to Salem, and it starts a relationship with the Consirius of the formats, 4 years left of the Trept. We're getting prepared to lead the learning news cycle and admitting some more characters that are stilling the Salvador's time ranks. And if no one else has anything else to say, we're going to proceed with the Empire Fall and the doom that's going to be buried under the important foundations of the reserved knowledge of the guilds of civilization.